Good evening, Sun Prairie Area School District. Happy New Year. My name is Renee Coleman, and I am the principal at Sun Prairie East High School. Tonight, I get to share with you briefly a wonderful opportunity that we was able to share with our 11th and 12th grade scholars. The HBCU trip was a wonderful experience where students were able to find their roots, restore their outlook toward success. As an alumnus of an HBCU school, this topic is dear to my heart. We will begin this presentation with an introduction, history of HBCU schools, benefits of attending an HBCU school, purpose of our route tour, tour expectations, tour participants, travel accommodations, our locations of the tours that we attended, tour outcomes, next steps, and we definitely do not want to leave out the thank yous. To begin, the spring of 2022, there was a trip planned, but due to COVID-related restrictions, we had to cancel. A fall trip for the 11th and 12th grade students was planned for this attending fall. While typically this trip would occur in the spring, we designed it in the fall so that the 12th grade students would still have an opportunity to visit schools of interest before application and admission deadlines. A committee was formed to collaboratively plan this fall trip during this summer. Committee members were myself, Taryn Peterson, Nicole Scornier, Felix Gibeon, Lauren Rusdale, Jim Pluger, Michael Morgan. So let's begin with talking about the history of HBCU schools. HBCU stands for Historically Black College and Universities. In the wake of the Civil War, students had very few opportunities when it came to pursuing education. There was a blooming need after the Civil War for African Americans in education. Black ministers and white philanthropists established schools all across the South to educate free slaves. An HBCU school is a college or university that was originally founded to educate students of an African American descent. These schools, mostly more than 100 of them, are still open. According to the Higher Education Act of 1965, an HBCU must be accredited by a nationally recognized agency and dedicated to the education of Black Americans. The very first HBCU can be found in the state of Pennsylvania. It was Cheyney University of Penn on February 25, 1837. In the beginning, most of the schools were focused on agriculture and secretarial work. So what are the benefits of attending an HBCU school? One, an HBCU accepts students of all race and ethnicity. In fact, 24 students who attend HBCU schools are non-Black. Also, an HBCU school can offer exceptional academic opportunities for students of all race. An HBCU school also allows for better support systems for our African American students than our more traditional institutes. Also, an HBCU school provides an experience of a higher level of financial well-being after the graduation and benefits from the school's rich alumni network. So what was the purpose of our tour? First, we wanted to explore different historically Black colleges and universities. We wanted to engage in an experience that will continue to build on our historical knowledge about the Black experience. We also wanted to experience Black culture that has been relevant in shaping our society. We wanted to obtain different perspectives about the college experience and incorporate the root experience in our personal life as we step into a more successful track. So, who was able to attend the tour? We had 11th and 12th grade students who attend Sun Prairie Area School District schools, high schools. Good attendance, grades during the first month of September, an active member of a BSU, college bound, open minded, and willing to learn and participate in the learning experience offered by the tour. So, travel accommodations. We were truly fortunate and blessed to have our sponsor, American Family Insurance, provide the entire cost of the trip. All accommodations of this trip was covered: bus, hotel, admission to all museums, breakfast, lunch, and dinner. There was a slight cost for scholars if they wanted to buy college gear. So here's our tour locations. We were able to travel to 5 cities spanning over 3 states. We attended Tennessee, Alabama, and Georgia. Was able to tour 8 different college campuses, as well as 4 very historical, relevant museums and experiences. Here's the list of our destinations. Our first stop was in Tennessee. We were able to attend Lemoyne-Owen College in Memphis, Tennessee. From there, we attended the National Civil Rights Museum, Fisk University, Meharry Medical College, and Tennessee State. Alabama was our next stop, and we were able to go over the Selma Bridge, National Memorial for Peace and Justice in Montgomery, Alabama, Alabama State University in Montgomery, Alabama, Tuskegee University in Tuskegee, Alabama. Our final state that we were able to visit was Clark, Atlanta. We also toured the Martin Luther King National Historical Monument Site, Morehouse College, and Spelman College. What I would like to say, when all of those experiences, each college provided us an opportunity to not only visit their admission center, but also historical places and landmarks on each of their campuses. Students was able to ask questions about those experiences and also be able to walk in and also take pictures in front of various sites. So, what was our outcomes? We really had a lot of things that we wanted those students to engage in, but the two that really comes up for us is making sure they understand the various different climates that they can feel and foster success on the various sites that we were able to see. There is also a poll out there that notes that Black graduates of HBCUs are significantly more likely to feel supported while in college. During those tours, they were able to also meet with several students who are on those campuses and be able to ask them questions that help them to make those life choices and decisions if this is the college that meets their demands. The second outcome that we wanted to make sure that was experienced for our students on the trip is understanding and highlighting that HBCUs offer a true value. That we want to make sure that students understand that they also will have the same opportunities and experience as a traditional school, and that pretty much the tuition rate at an HBCU school is 30% less than your more traditional schools, which is definitely a best buy for those students who are interested in college and beyond studies. So our next steps. Some things as we took away from our trip was we want to make sure that we provide a college FAFSA night. That way we'll be able to bring those students in, be able to help them with college applications and essays, and also realizing that there needs to be a different need and barrier restrictions as far as having a FAFSA night for our students of color to help them engage in that process and be able to seek out additional resources. Secondly, we want to have an opportunity for us to recognize our scholars who are accepted into HBCUs through a celebration and some kind of recognition. We would love to have a trunk party in the summer to help them with their onboarding into the new school year at their colleges, and also to be able to send them off to their successful track of the next phase in their life. Also, we would like to have a spring HBCU trip where our 10th and 11th grade scholars attend versus 11th and 12th grade. When we were talking to schools and different representatives of those different colleges, it was very clear that we needed to start early enough so that students would have an opportunity to not only view and have information about the schools, but also allows them to get the necessary GPAs and additional requirements to attend those schools. This is the end of my presentation. I wanted to just give you a brief synopsis of our trip and thank everyone that was involved in helping us provide this wonderful opportunity for our scholars. First, I would love to thank American Family Insurance. Their donation was able for over 50 scholars to be able to attend the trip and have this wonderful experience of a lifetime. We want to thank also the Sun Prairie Area School District family and community. Their love and respect and their donations was another thing that helped us be able to facilitate late night snacks and road trip hunger. We want to also thank Taryn Peterson. She was amazing. I could not have done anything without her. She was my right-hand person during this whole process, and I truly, truly appreciate all her help. We also want to thank Michael Morgan. Besides signing the checks, he was also a great advocate and supporter of this event. We want to say thank you to the chaperones who took time out of their busy schedules to be with us during the week. Thank you, Priscilla Gardner, Tanisha Wynn, Reggie Williams, and also Felix Gibonnet. Lastly, we want to make sure I thank my colleagues, Nicole Scornier and Jen Pluger, who helped make sure that the support was coming from an admin level. And also I want to thank the scholars. It was a wonderful experience to be able to have a week and being able to see their faces as they experience different things along the way. Once again, thank you for listening to this brief presentation. And if there's any questions, please feel free to ask. Have a wonderful night.